Can inventing a new technology do more than just make a profit? To find out, I'm gonna eat the world's first robot-made hamburger. Cruise in a battery-powered truck. This thing have a horn? It have a horn. And ink up with a high-tech tattoo. Booyah! Class is in session. I'm TPain, musician, gamer, businessman. I'm on a quest to find the entrepreneurs who are defining the future.
This is a $122 billion industry.
What?
Did I tell you? Mind blown?
Crazy. This is TPain's School of Business. I love burgers, as you can see. I've had cheeseburgers. I've had bacon cheeseburgers. I've had a burger with gold leaf on it. The poop after that looks insanely expensive. I've had an ostrich burger. Has anybody had one of those? Gamey. Gamey as shit. But I'll tell you what I haven't had. A burger made by robots.
How can I assist you?
That's why I'm here in San Francisco to meet up with Alex Varticostas, the founder of Creator Burger, the first restaurant to have burgers made by robots. There's a couple things we need to find out today. Is a robot burger better than a human burger? Is a robot making hamburgers the beginning of the end of fast food jobs? And can humans and robots work together? Why not? Anything's a sex robot if you're brave enough. Tell me what's going on in here, because it's pretty busy.
Creator is like standing in the future, man. We have a crazy machine over there that's gonna make the freshest burger you've ever had and ingredients that are just way better than anything at this price point. So
Really?
I hope you're hungry.
I am pretty hungry. I didn't eat this morning. This is the world's first restaurant to fully automate a major segment of food. Staff takes your order through an app and the robot starts up. This culinary utensil is all electric, has 350 sensors, 20 computers in it, and it makes a burger in about 5 minutes flat. Science. How'd you get into this? What brought you to this point?
I have a technical background. I did physics in school.
Oh, wow.
But before that, I grew up flipping burgers in my mom's restaurant.
Solid.
Yeah.
This is all coming together. I'm seeing it.
I was basically born into a restaurant, man.
Okay.
So when you make that many burgers and you talk to that many customers, take that many customer orders, you can't help but see a better vision for how things could be, right?
I get that.
And so I saw in my physics program, they had these amazing machines that could do incredible things, super precise, right? Yet here I am going back to just like manually doing this,
Right.
you know? And
Absolutely.
yeah, finally one day I realized no one was doing it. It was like, you know what? Fine,
I'll do it. Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Did you have to dive into robotics just out of nowhere?
And I spent a few months just plowing through mechanical engineering textbooks, electrical engineering textbooks, and yeah, it took me 2 years, but man, it worked, all right?
But you did it. You did it.
Yeah,
It worked
exactly.
out. Here's a tip. Figure it out. If you don't necessarily know what you're doing, learn. Pick up a book. You just might invent something sweet like Alex did.
All right, so check this out. We're gonna start at the top here with these brioche rolls, okay?
Okay.
And next step, we're gonna slice it to order,
That's fire.
and then it goes on to the toaster.
Not gonna lie, this is satisfying as hell to watch this.
So with the sauce, we can dispense sauce down to the milliliter. You're getting this really crispy, juicy slice. It's not wilted, it's not dried out. The best part is that the device right now grinds meat to order from chunks of steak.
How much does the burger cost?
$6.
$6. That's ridiculously low. Now that Alex doesn't have to pay cooks, he can use higher quality ingredients without raising the price of the burgers. And bonus, the workers here don't get covered in meat juice. I'm about to see what it's like to have a robot as a coworker. Maybe it'd be good. Can't gossip with it though. The robot may make all the food, but good old-fashioned people are still a big part of the customer-centered experience. Hey, brother, enjoy that. Don't eat it too fast. Gums up the works. Alex's robot has none of the problems of human kitchens. It's always consistent, it never gets behind, and it tells you when it's running low on ingredients, like buns, for instance.
Just stack them on top so it's easier for us. And
Absolutely.
you're gonna start pulling them off and drop them into there.
Boy, coming around with asses. Boom, lit.
We're good. And there we are.
Good. Bun, go get you some. If I can get anything I want right now.
Yep.
Let's just get one of everything.
All right, that'll be it for you.
That's it for
Let's
me.
start a checkout. Can I get a name for this order?
Teddy. Coming up on TPain's School of Business, I get my hands on a robot burger. Let's get it on. And later, I agree to something that I already regret. Never thought I would do this in real life. I've seen the machine do its magic. I've talked to Alex. It seems like you got a great business model going here. I've even worked here for a little bit. There's one thing left for me to do. Woo! Ah. That's to get my own burger.
What did you think of the burger?
It was flipping delicious. What's your plans for expansion?
There's 50,000 burger joints in the US, so we're not achieving our vision of improving the quality of food while reducing its cost unless we open many more of these.
Is the machine normal to you now? When people come in like, oh my God, that's a machine, you're back there like, I've seen it.
It's to the point where you go to another restaurant, you're like, oh, that's antiquated, right? You know, like how quaint with their...
Neanderthals! Who inspires you to go down this path and to keep going down this path?
You know, I grew up with really hardworking parents, and you know, they spent their entire lives making burgers for other people. So, you know, those are the kind of people where you just want to build a better life for them, and so hopefully Creator can do that.
Alex has eliminated the most monotonous job in fast food, flipping burgers, which is a service to humanity if you really think about it. And it seemed like a happy family in here, man. Everybody was pretty energetic. Could have been the cameras. My takeaway from today is if you want to get out the monotony of your regular old everyday job, you create your own solution. Alex did it, and it worked out. I like to order shit, a lot of it. There's literally a room in my house that used to be a living room, but now we just use that for boxes. Electronics, kids' toys, kitty litter. What I never think about is like the chain of the delivery. One of the most terrible things that my wife keeps telling me about is a damn carbon footprint. The second you hit that payment button, there's something getting put on a ship overseas. The ship takes the containers to a big truck yard. The truck picks up the container. It has millions of other people's boxes touching my box. The truck gets to the post office or the Amazon office to a smaller truck. There are a ton of semi-trucks. We got a problem. They're responsible for 25% of greenhouse gas emissions. That is insane. That's why we're here in North Hollywood, to see if I can get some help and get my wife off my ass and see if we can help the environment at the same time. I'm here to meet Gio Sordani, who runs a company called XOS Trucks. They're the first to market with electric semis. That's right, they beat Elon Musk, Mr. SpaceX himself, in the race to get an electric truck on the road. My question is, how the hell did they do that? And are they gonna save mankind? Well, let's see. Tell me what you got going on here, man.
So we're a transportation lab that builds solutions to help diesel fleets make the switch to electric. We're tackling the easy part of the problem first. About 70% of the commercial vehicle market is actually doing 150 miles or less. Those short haul distances that return to home base at night where the operator can plug in and charge up overnight.
How difficult has it been to start pitching these things to, you know, people that are kind of set in their ways?
We're not expecting anybody to make the change just because they're nice and they like the environment or they want to do the right thing. People are analyzing how much they're saving on fuel, how much they're saving on maintenance. It's very much a strong economic case to be made for switching to electric.
Pizzle tip. If you want to raise money to save the planet, show investors how they're going to make money in the long run. What motivated this whole thing?
So I grew up here in Los Angeles. You're probably familiar with the smog, and we'd have recess canceled when we were kids because the smog was too bad. So I have a personal stake in cleaning up air quality. I think our generation in particular, the young folk these days, really do feel a responsibility to kind of course correct. And we didn't want to wait for somebody to do that for us. I think it's time to start now.
And just how did Gio and his team bring their vision of futuristic electric trucks to the marketplace? They did it with this innovative battery. What's crazy is when they started the company, there was no battery that would work in an electric truck, so they had to really design their own.
A lot of, customers and engineers and other people said, this doesn't make any sense. You're gonna never build a truck that can pull 80,000 pounds with just batteries and electric powertrain.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a long process.
Oh, well, thank you. Good. Gravy.
Yeah, so that is ET1.
ET1.
A fully electric semi-truck.
It's blowing my mind right now.
This is what a lot of people said would never work, so we built it to show people that it's real.
Wow. Pizzle tip. Just because no one's done it before doesn't mean it can't be done. Oh, man. I've driven my tour bus a bunch of times. Crashed it once.
Uh-oh.
The XOS team wants to tackle all short-haul trucking so they can reduce the carbon footprint of every delivery on the planet. So really their focus goes beyond semi-trucks. That's a full UPS truck.
Yep.
When you go to UPS, like, what do you say? Like, they have such a great business model already.
So companies like UPS are always looking for ways to improve and be more efficient and to save money over time. This is the basic architecture of an electric truck. There's usually a huge diesel engine, but we get rid of that and the transmission.
That's just straight drivetrain right there. That's it, huh?
So that's basically a big version of what you'd find in a passenger car or even an e-scooter.
And that'll push the weight.
Exactly.
In just over 2 years, the XOS team went from inspiration to a working electric semi-prototype that convinced UPS, the largest package delivery company in the world, to give them a shot. So how'd they do it? What was the process of getting that UPS deal?
It's really persistence, actually. So after a few months of running into net conferences and sending emails and making calls.
Oh, so this wasn't like a quick call, you guys want to sit down?
We eventually got them out here and showed them what we're building and the practicality of the business model, and they got really excited about that.
Awesome, that's dope. We're gonna do some delivering. We're gonna go through the whole chain, all the way up to the door, just so I can get a better idea of how Geo is saving the world. Let's go. What's up? You driving the new thing? Hit it, Timmy. Each day, a diesel semi-truck on a short haul emits about 11.7 tons of CO2 into the atmosphere. Meanwhile, an electric semi on the same route emits 0 CO2 into the atmosphere. It handles pretty normal, actually. Everything still feels the same, just quiet. What keeps you going as far as knowing that this company is going to be something bigger than you ever thought?
Working at the startup of this size and tackling such a big problem certainly requires a lot of everybody that works here. But I think what keeps people motivated and engaged and really excited about what we're doing is that this is a truck that's solving not only an economic problem for our customers, but also an environmental problem.
You just want to make sure we don't leave our grandkids a post-apocalyptic wasteland.
Yeah. If we could focus on this, and there's other people worried about cleaning up the ocean and planting trees and all of the other things we need to get right to stay on this planet long term, I think we can make it.
The good thing about what Geo has done here is he's not trying to take over an industry. He's trying to improve one. He did it in 2 years. That's how long it took Elon Musk to get his hairline back.
Hey.
That is insane to me. So what better way to make me feel better about ordering everything on every page of Amazon, knowing that it's gonna show up in one of these trucks and I'm gonna lower my carbon footprint. No question. Get my wife off my ass. Shout out to Gio for doing this for me, man. Oh, you want it? Oh, this is the new electric joint. What's up, bro? Let me get that, G. That's how you boss up. Electric trucks. Get the right of way. Oh no, he's pulling up a lot. Coming up on TPain's School of Business, I'll become a tattoo artist. Please don't suck. There's something about wearable tech that's just ridiculous to me. Fitbits, heart rate trackers. I know how many steps I took today. You know why? Because my ass is on fire. The only wearables I have are my tattoos. They don't do anything but strike up conversations from other people so they can ask me if they hurt. Yes, they do, all of them. But you know what hurts more? Not being talked to at parties. What if tattoos could do something though? What if they could tell if you're dehydrated or tell if you got too much glucose in your blood, or what if it can tell if you're drunk? You know what, they already do that, because I've seen some tattoos on some people. I can tell you were drunk at that point. Yes, absolutely. But what if they could show you? It'd be pretty cool. Guess what? Somebody is doing that. That's why we're here in San Francisco in this cold-ass weather to meet Carlos and Bobby of LogicInk, the world's first wearable programmed by chemistry. There's no code, no on-off button, no circuit board, no nothing. So how does it work? Tell me me what makes your wearables different from the 1,000 that people try to push down my throat.
When you think about the current state of wearables, these are devices that tend to be really bulky, expensive, and invariably require yet another device.
What was the inspiration behind the product at all?
We were thinking about how to program apps, but in matter directly, not with software. And then we said, well, sensors is the first choice because it's non-invasive. We make these programmable tattoos that tell you something about your body. There's a huge concern in certain populations about overexposure, UV.
Absolutely.
So the first one we started with was UV.
How do you program it if there's not any other component that's used with it?
They're programmed not with electronics, they're programmed with chemistry or biology.
Right.
All the logic is in the ink.
Using chemistry to quickly and inexpensively provide data is not new. For example, that's what an at-home pregnancy test does. But what makes LogicInk unique is that they're putting chemicals in ink that react to your body and the environment. And they put the ink in a stick-on tattoo that's screen printed, pretty much the same way you screen print a t-shirt. Make it a little cooler. That's what they need to make. Lab hoodies.
This is a screen printing press. So the way that it works is that you put several different inks in different layers. Each layer can be a different sensor. Just spread it on the top.
All right. Yeah.
You just push the ink through a screen.
Okay.
All right, whenever you're ready, you just drop the screen down.
Drop the screen down and, all right. Yeah.
Good job.
I feel like I did good.
I'll let you do the big reveal here.
Okay. Please don't suck. All right.
Beautiful.
Booyah!
Yeah, look at that.
Eat it, everybody else. Coming up on TPain School of Business, I saved someone's life. Okay, so yours is,
Right.
You need to get inside. I've seen some cool science experiments today. It's been real fun. But the real thing I want to know is, how does an early stage tech company make it? Where are you guys getting adequate funding?
It was a constant effort, fundraising.
This is by far the earliest stage, smallest company I've ever been in. Kind of where we are as a company is much more challenging, but it's also much more rewarding.
Are you guys in stores right now?
Our website, you can buy
Okay.
LogicInk UV. Our goal is ultimately to reach out to everyday people who don't necessarily think of themselves as geeks that wear wearables,
Right.
but still want to be aware of what's going on in their body.
Was it a struggle or a sacrifice to get this company going?
It's an ongoing struggle in so many ways.
Okay.
You're giving up so many things, hours of sleep, starting with that.
All the time.
Team dynamics that you're trying to, figure out how to continuously solve. There are sacrifices for everybody. I can tell you right now, everybody right now is underpaid. Hopefully we'll get the next round of funding soon. That will gradually start changing.
Bobby and Carlos, they got a good business model. All I need to see now is how it works. I want real life applications. I think I have the perfect place to test that out. We're going on a boat. TPain on a boat. All right, and we're on.
Yeah?
Look at that.
That little tattoo has 2 indicators, okay? So
Okay.
the inner ring, you see it lights up right away, is this purple,
Right.
dark color. That's because there's UV exposure right now going on. And then the outer ring is the most novel part. That's like a little clock that it's changing in color from dark blue to pink. And when it reaches all the way to the end, it means that someone with sensitive skin had enough sun for the day.
That's awesome. Is there like a certain level that I would need to get to? Can people use this to see if they're not getting enough sun?
It's good that we, people who, have more pigmentation in
Right,
our
right.
skin also get some sun exposure. All kinds of skin types need a little bit of sun exposure to be able to synthesize vitamin D, to be able to help with your blood pressure. So it's about finding that balance that allows us to stay healthier.
That's dope.
So you can see this segment is already
Okay, so
almost
yours
there.
is yours.
Right.
Is, you need to get inside. LogicInk has pretty much changed the way wearable tech is worn, the way it's looking, how much it costs, pretty much everything about it. The founders of LogicInk have a higher purpose though. It's all about wellness. You can see if you're drinking enough water. You can see if you're too high. You can see if you're too drunk, and having that information will give you not only less trips to the doctor, it also make your body look a little better than mine. They need to have one to see if you're eating too much. That's what I need. You're full, dude. Stop. Can technology do more for the world than just make a profit? Whether you're making robot burgers, delivering carbon-free packages, or creating high-tech ink, dedicate yourself to developing new technology that serves humanity first. And later, maybe your wallet will thank you. Class dismissed.